Hello guys, welcome back to another match reaction. I'm filming this a bit late. It's now 12 o'clock in the UK whilst I'm recording this, so I couldn't record it straight away. I was with some friends, so unfortunately I couldn't get a reaction out of it straight away. But I think it's a bit better. I think I've had time to really digest the result, reflect on it, my thoughts and everything. Yeah, look, let's get into a look. Firstly, in my match preview, I've always said, if you're not gonna win, don't lose. Okay, for me, it was as simple as a must not lose game. I know a lot of people, and especially a lot of rival fans, media, putting this game as a that Arsenal have to win, Arsenal have to win, which is true to an extent. Arsenal it's time for Arsenal to, of course, step up in big games. If this is a side that all the fans and Arsenal fans are gassing this team, saying this is one of the best teams, we have to win these type of games. But when you look Manchester City, they're not in the best form right now. But make no mistake, these guys are still the best team in the world. Yeah, they've won the treble last season. I know it's not the same Manchester City from last season, but they are still a world class team. Now, if you tell any rival, or any media, how many of Arsenal players start for Manchester City? Most of them would say zero. Most of them would also say Pep Guardiola is the better manager, which is true. Pep Guardiola is a better manager than Mikel Arteta, and it's hard to argue how more than maybe two or three Arsenal players get into that Manchester City team. So with that being said, how then can people, the rival fans, the media, pundits suddenly now expect Arsenal to go beat Manchester City in the Etihad Stadium? I don't even remember the last time Manchester City lost a big game in their stadium. So we don't have better players than them. We don't have the better manager than them. They've won the treble, but somehow we are expected to go and beat this team. Even Liverpool, I literally don't remember the last time Liverpool beat Manchester City in Etihad Stadium, and who Liverpool at their prime were much better than us. So I really don't get this. Oh, Arsenal had to win. Arsenal had to win. Yes, Arsenal, there was a chance for Arsenal to win, which we're going to get into. But this whole overreaction of fans, of rival fans, the media putting down Arsenal fans, saying why you celebrating, and I think it's just a bit. I think it's a bit dumb. So I would say just ignore that point. But in terms of the game itself, what some fans have been saying is it was a very cagey game, which was true. I think both teams were a bit reluctant to commit too much, and I think you could see that from Arsenal, especially when you look at last season. We committed way too much, and we ended up getting smoked 4-1, 3-1 or 4-1, wherever it was. And I think Mikel Arteta, he came in with a different game plan. I was a bit surprised how defensive we were. I don't know if it's because of the Mikel Arteta's instruction or just because Manchester City were that good. I did expect Manchester City to turn up, especially after the draw against Liverpool. I knew it wasn't going to be the same Manchester City that played against Liverpool. So yeah, I was a bit surprised on how defensive we did play. In terms of the lineup itself, obviously I'm looking at now, Jesus did play. Other than that, I think that was the only change. I did think Martinelli was going to play, but Jesus came in. In terms of the first half, look, Manchester City, in terms of position, they did dominate the position. Okay, there's no doubt about it. But when you talk about clear-cut chances, I would argue we had the more clear-cut chances. In that first half, there was a moment where Jesus, I think Ben White crossed it, Jesus touch on the chest, and really should have gone at least on target. He missed that. And there was another one where Jesus got another chance as well. I think it was in the box or somewhere, and I think he just hit a wide. And with Jesus, I love Jesus. Yeah, this guy is one of, on form when he first came here. Gabriel Jesus was one of the best players I've seen play for Arsenal. His technical ability, everything about his link-up play, everything was miles, levels above anyone I've seen for a long time play Arsenal. But now, this guy, he was very frustrating today. There were so many chances where he could have shot, but he keeps doing these fake shots, just basically overcomplicating. And in these type of games, you just need killers. You literally just need killers to put the ball in the back of the net. And unfortunately, Jesus today really should have at least got a goal. Now, I'm not going to blame him for everything, but I do feel that there were some moments where I felt that if he maybe shot a bit earlier, we could have probably scored. So that was that. In terms of the first half, it wasn't much chances, but I would say I think Arsenal did end the half with the more clear-cut chances. Now, second half, especially the first 10 minutes, I did think we were on the front foot. But unfortunately, as again, it seemed that every time we go near to the final third of the pitch, it just seemed that we were a bit void of ideas. Also, sometimes we did get chances, but I think Manchester City is defensively, especially Gvardiol and Akanji and they are really good players, and I think it was a bit hard for Arsenal to break them down. But again, saying that, the best chance of the game fell yet again to Jesus, where Saka, I think he beat Gvardiol and he just put in the ball. Unfortunately, Jesus couldn't get the ball, but I think that was the best chance of the game, which fell to Arsenal. So for me, yes, although Manchester City did dominate the game and they had a lot of possession, I do believe that we had the better clear-cut chances. Now, for me, I'm not disappointed with this result. I know a lot of fans may be disappointed, but I think for me, look, I didn't expect Arsenal to go to the Etihad and beat Manchester City. Okay, we're clearly not that good yet. Okay, Manchester City are still the best team in the world, and also are not the best team in the world yet. Okay, so I didn't know what people expected. A draw for me, I think I would take it. I would have taken a draw before the start of the game. So for me, there's not much issues. When you look at Manchester City, it was the hardest game. Of our remaining fixtures, and it was just important that we didn't lose. It's important that we just keep with the pact of Liverpool and Manchester City. The subs themselves, I think Tomiyasu and Thomas Partey, when they came in, they played really good. I think Tomiyasu did really well against Stoke. I think he got beat a few times, but overall he did do well. Thomas Partey, when he came on, I think one thing that he has over a lot of our midfielders is the ability to make those ground, like basically those line breaking passes. Now, I think today, of course, he's still lacking match fitness, but match sharpness. But when you saw he come on, you could tell easily that there's just something about him where he can just easily just find those type of passes, and he was responsible for creating 2 chances. Of course, the most obvious one was one of the Trossard one, which I do believe that we really should have scored that one. That was a bit disappointing, where I think he took too long on the ball, and if he only looked up and Martinelli was running down the other side, if he crossed there, that could have been a goal. But apart from that, there's not much to talk about. I think both teams were just very cagey. Shout out to Saliba and Gabriel, man. Absolute bossed that defense, bossed Haaland. Haaland did nothing today. Both Gabriel and Saliba played so good today, especially Gabriel. I think sometimes people don't appreciate how good this guy is, but today, man, he bossed it. Absolutely didn't let Haaland even have a sniff of the game. Saliba, man of the match. Vieira, by the way, did have a lot of these slips in the game. I don't know what it was, but he had a lot of these shaky moments. Now, I don't know if it's the nerve or what it was, but he did have the same thing when we played Manchester City in the Emirates. And now, I thought by now he wouldn't, those things would have been cut out from his game, but it seems like sometimes it does creep out, and today we did see a creep out, but thankfully we weren't punished. That was the main thing. But yeah, look, at the end, it is what it is. It's a draw. We still stay with the pack. We're only 2 points behind Liverpool, so it's not the end of the world, and they still got Manchester United left next week, so hopefully Man United do us a favour. But if I was not like all to all the Arsenal fans, I don't think there's much to be upset about. There were chances which I do believe we could have. I really do think we could have taken our chances at, but we're still with the pact. It's still not over. I think there's 9 games to go, and we just have to keep up and hope Liverpool slip up. But yeah, man, that's the end of today's video. Let me know in the comments if you have any contrasting thoughts. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video. Press the like button on your way out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys.